Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of my mobile AA guide. Part 2 will focus on ground targets. The most fearsome vehicles you will encounter on the ground are tanks and tank destroyers. Tank destroyers are fast and take more damage than tanks before being disabled. Best to keep some distance and snipe them. Tanks are the most common vehicle that you will come up against. Understanding their strengths and weaknesses will help you with dealing with them. Tanks are the strongest in the front, weak on the sides, and weakest in the back. I will be testing the mobile AA cannon on the T90. On all these tests, I'm firing until the cannon overheats. Firing at the front of the tank did 29 damage. Firing at the front while the tank is angled did 26 damage. Firing at the side did 48 damage. How much damage? Firing while the side is angled did 26 damage. Firing at the back did 74 damage. What percentage you have? Firing at the back while angled did 32 damage. Firing at the front of the tank from 200 meters away showed no noticeable difference. I missed some of the shots and did 26 damage. Ideally, when dueling a tank, you want to hit him on the sides or back, and make sure where you're firing has little or no angle. Driving forwards at a fast speed may strip your back reactive armor. The tank and the mobile AA didn't do the same exact damage every time. Similar principle works with the mobile AA. Without reactive armor and angling, you will be destroyed in 3 shots maximum. Without reactive armor and angling, you will be disabled from any side with 1 shot from a tank. Without reactive armor and being angled, you will be disabled in 2 shots and destroyed in 4 shots maximum. Reactive armor is essential because it can act as a warning system. TV missile, tank shell, laser guided missile, guided shell, RPG, javelin, and C4 can eat a piece of reactive armor, saving you from taking massive damage and giving you time to respond to the threat. Javelins will do a bit of damage after taking off reactive armor. When capping a base, you may last longer if you utilize your reactive armor and angling. When should you attack a tank? Say you roll up on the flag and the tank is sitting there sniping and has no gunner or reactive armor. If nobody else is there, you may want to drive up and fire a RPG at his side or back. Then hop back in and fire your cannon at his side or back. Make sure the tank is hitting your reactive armor first, then angle to reduce damage. Say you're in the same situation as the previous example and the tank has reactive armor. You don't need to shoot the reactive armor off. Do your dance. If you have the room, try to have the tank shoot off all your reactive armor, then angle it yourself. If possible, stay 10 yards away from the tank, giving you a better shot at the bailer, and possibly preventing him from shooting you with a RPG or placing C4. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. The Tunguska can do this better because it could turn on the spot. The most ideal time to attack a tank is when he's being fired upon by other teammates, being rocket potted by a heli or jet, or fighting another tank. When should you avoid the tank? Say you're defending or attacking a flag and most of your teammates are dead, then suddenly you see a tank or 2 rolling in. You may want to back off and wait for reinforcements to engage the tank or move to another flag. Another example would be when a tank is flanking on the edge of the map or rushing you through the bases. If the tank is full and you're being lased, you may want to back up to the main base. If the tank has 1 or 2 people in it and you're far apart, you may want to snipe the tank. Make sure you're a small target and move back and forth if needed to dodge tank shots. If you disable them and still have enough reactive armor, you may want to drive up to the tank and kill the bailers. Avoiding javelins is important if you don't run smoke. All air maps are littered with rocks, hills, and buildings. Simply looking at what flags the enemy owned, you can predict the general direction where the lock-on is coming from and adjust yourself to take cover. If you misjudged where the lock-on came from, just watch the smoke trail. While capping flags, this may be difficult since the lock-on can come from any direction. RPGs are another weapon that you have to closely watch out for. 2 shots without reactive armor will disable you. And 4, maybe 5 shots will destroy you depending on how well you are angled. If you are far enough away from the engineer, you may be able to survive 4 javelins without reactive armor. You can realistically eat 4 javelins with reactive armor, but such situations are rare. You should not linger in the open if you're getting chewed up like this. Soul flames are incredibly annoying if you don't run smoke. The best way to identify the difference between soul flame and javelin lock-on is the duration of the lock-on after you break line of sight. Soul flame lock-on lingers a bit while javelin stops almost instantly. When you find the soul flame, you should destroy it or break line of sight. Should you get locked on, you may want to take cover inside a building to avoid multiple javelins. The mobile AA is a great support vehicle. You may want to support a big push on a flag or help your teammates suppress a push on your recently acquired flag. You don't always need to be on the flag to help capture it. You can also stem the flow of attackers coming from another flag. Another thing you have to pay attention to is back capping. Jet pilots will often bail on your back caps and cap them. If you see the bailer, you may want to turn around and defend the back caps. If you see an opportunity to cap, then do so. A lightly defended flag with 2 to 4 people can easily be capped with the mobile AA. While a flag with a tank and 6 to 7 infantry, you should be cautious approaching. You may snipe the infantry or tank, but keep your distance till reinforcements arrive, or move on to another flag. Be extremely careful near tow launchers as they can do some serious damage. Jeeps are a fast, easy kill, but be cautious of C4 and mine jeeps. If you get killed once by them, expect more throughout the round. Many people put the C4 or mines on the hood, so make sure to shoot there for an instant kill. People have been asking, how do I dodge javelins? I don't know the exact science on how it works, but it's all about the angling. It can be done on the move, while turning, or being stationary. First you need to identify where the lock-on is coming from, then adjust your angle. If the engineer is too close, this may not work. This works best if the jab is being fired from higher elevation or ground level. This will not work with the tank guided shell. This will even work with jet or heli guided missiles. This should not be attempted if you're missing reactive armor. This is a neat skill if you can master it, but unnecessary and impractical in most situations. I have never tested this with the Tunguska or tanks. The minimap is one of the most important tools at your disposal. Always keep an eye on it and it will save you many times. The map allows you to watch for jeeps, jet drops over your head, tanks, and infantry nearby. If you can't find anything to shoot at, keep spamming Q. C4 is one of the most powerful weapons on the battlefield. 3 sticks on one side and you're dead. If you suddenly find someone putting C4 on you, move away from him and kill him fast. If you are lucky and get disabled, you might have enough distance to kill him. If you move right away and one of the C4 sticks might stick on the ground instead of the mobile AA, and the support player may panic and blow himself up. There seems to be a bug where the support player's screen will show up as him placing the C4 on the moving AA, but it's actually on the ground. When you see an enemy jet empty above you, make sure to spot and ID the bailer. If he's a support player, chances are he's trying to C4 you from the sky. If the bailer has javelins, simply spot him, get under his map icon, and avoid lock-ons. I find third-person view extremely important. It gives you a better view where you're looking at, and you can see the whole vehicle. When cabin flags, I find it extremely useful because the enemy could come at you from any side. Special thanks to these people for helping me out with the video. If you like this video, then stick around for the next part of the series. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. The third video will focus on fighting helis, jets, and how